Hello everyone and welcome to a bit of a special video. Today we are going to be looking at my Thomas and the Magic Railroad merchandise collection. These were collected over a span of probably 6 years, and I haven't really gone out of my way to get any of this stuff, but I'm happy to have it nonetheless. Let's take a look, and I'm going to start with the VHS and DVD releases. First thing we have here is the American print of the film. This is actually my childhood copy as well. There's the front cover, and it's the average release of the film that you find most commonly. There's the side, and Thomas is there. Then there's the back. Got some just information about the film in general. I'll try to zoom in. There's Peter Fonda and Mara Wilson, Alec Baldwin, a promo shot that's not actually in the movie of Thomas and Percy, and Diesel 10. And then there's just some information about the film. And here's the tape. It's a sticker label. Pretty cool. And there's some sort of thing on the top of it. There's some information. I know there's some way to identify like when a tape's printed. This doesn't have any of that stuff. So yeah, that's Magic Railroad. There are some people saying that they have copies of the film where the last, like after the movie ends, there's just a bunch of blank space, and they think it's some sort of promo copy. It's not. It's just they probably used a 1 hour and a 2 hour tape for it, and it just has a bunch of stuff on the end. So yeah, there is the American release. Next we have a Canadian print, but it is the French Canadian print of the film. So interestingly enough, the logo for the film is at the bottom now. All the English cast is still credited, although they have been dubbed over. And yeah, just average stuff. And that just says interesting version français de Thomas and the Magic Railroad, so just French version. There's the spine, and again, it uses a different image. And there's the back, and of course, it's much different. I do prefer the back cover of this one, but I prefer the front cover of the other one. We've got that classic shot of Thomas and Diesel 10, Alec Baldwin, and Peter Fonda. And yeah, it has the Quebec rating system on the side. And here's the tape. Yeah, and there's just some information. I think there's a print date. I'm not sure how exactly to decode that, but yeah, there's actually, if you watch a lot of French Canadian dubbed TV shows, you'll recognize a lot of the actors. The actor who played Thomas did a show called was in the French Canadian dub of also of a PBS show called Sagwa the Chinese Siamese Cat, so that's mildly interesting. And yeah, that's Thomas et la votre fer magique. I do have a rip of that if anybody's interested in seeing the French-Canadian dub with actually French-Canadian titles, because the DVD release right here is, yeah, this is the French-Canadian and English DVD release, and it's in very bad shape. I got this at a thrift store for $1, and the case is literally splitting apart, but it's the same thing of the other one. I have seen some other copies that have like both the French-Canadian spelling and the English spelling, but this one doesn't have it, because if you flip over the cover, it is the French just cover, and I think that's pretty cool. The most common print out there is the one where it's just French and English on the same one, but yeah, that's actually my first copy of Magic Railroad on DVD that I ever received, which is pretty good. The disc is in awful condition. I did not do this, and I'll try not to show my face, but this is, I did not get it that scratched up. It was in this condition when I bought it, so you can still watch the film in all the languages. There's also I think there's a Spanish dub. I'm not sure. I remember I was watching it, and I think there's actually an option for that, but yeah, you can still watch the film, so I guess that's what the most you get out of it. But I did upgrade this. I said this was my first release, but I did upgrade it after I found this at a thrift store, the UK DVD release, which I am very happy to have. you've got the amazing cover, which is, although I like those covers, this one has like the best. And you have the, I believe, I'm not sure exactly what that rating is. I know that's for a European country, but I'm not sure what that is. But that is, this one is a British Film Board, and U for Universal, I believe. I'm not sure, but yeah, the world's most favorite train is first magical adventure movie. We've got the whole cast. Then we've got the spine. This one's distributed by Icon, while the other ones are Alliance and Columbia TriStar. And yeah, this is the only film that actually has real special features. And the only actual special features is just the trailer. But it's better than nothing. The trailer is the UK print that has the Neil Morrissey on it, who did the UK dub of Bob the Builder. He does the voiceover in the trailer, which is pretty cool. And there's the disc. It's not in the best shape, but you can still watch the movie. I tried to rip it, but it has like copy protection on it, so I guess it's in widescreen also as well, which is pretty cool. I'd like to get the VHS copy, the UK VHS copy as well, maybe one of the Australian releases. And yeah, I am soon going to be receiving the Korean DVD release, and I'd also like to get the Japanese one. But yeah, that's UK print of Magic Railroad. Now that we've got done with the VHS and DVD releases, let's go into the toys. So first we're going to start off with the main plot device in the film, which is Lady. We'll start off with the wooden railway model. I have two. Yeah, this one is kind of broken. I got this at a thrift store, and yeah, it's kind of a bit of a funny thing to have, just like a headless model, but just throw that to the side. This is the sort of not re-released, but I think the sort of revamped model that I believe was done for Calling All Engines, but still it's Lady from the film, and I think, quite frankly, it looks quite better than the older model. But still, it's a bit chunky, which I don't like. But yeah, that's Lady. We also have another wooden railway style Lady, which is the battery-powered Lady, which looks very odd. Obviously, they had to make it look big to hold the battery unit. And I think there's a battery. Oh, it's dead. And I'll have to take that out. We don't want any corrosion. But here's the battery-powered Lady. I actually got this for a birthday present around, I'd say, 10 years ago. Well, I'm not sure if this is from, I'd say like a good 7. No, it wouldn't be in 2010. Oh, then the lid comes off. There is no battery. Oh, that's weird. I probably got this like 9-10 years ago. So yeah, that's battery-powered Lady. Next thing we have is the Subway Lady, which was given away at Subway restaurants with their kids' meals. And I remember I purchased this at a thrift store. Like, I'd say this would probably be 10 years old too. And I remember thinking, I didn't know Subway gave away toys. Her feature is when you push down on her cab, it's like a whistle, but it's not very good. It's a very nice representation of the character. I'd even say like the shaping of it is better than the wooden railway model. But yeah, it's decent for a fast food toy. I do have another one that I've sort of painted like the linings and stuff gold. I guess I'll show that in another video, but I don't think it would be right here since it's customized. But yeah, there's Lady. And my favorite Lady model, and probably the best one, is the Bandai Tex Lady from Japan. And this one has moving side rods. It's got made of die-cast metal. It's basically like the ertl version, but better. If I could say, well, besides the fact that the cab is filled in, but still, fantastic model. The funnel's a bit bent. I can't fix that, but yeah, there is Lady, and happy to have her. Next, we're going to get into the side characters. Another side character from the film, Splatter and Dodge, and here I have their wooden railway models. Interestingly enough, Dodge is a original release from the Magic Railroad film, while Splatter, as you can see, is the reintroduction model. He is not new, I just like to keep him in the packaging. But yeah, there's Splatter and Dodge. weirdly some favorite Thomas characters of mine. I'm not exactly sure why, since they don't even like appear after that. But I guess sort of the performance of the characters in the film, just like the voices that they had, just made them very unique compared to the other characters. I really liked Neil Crone's performance of like Diesel 10. I believe he did Dodge as well in the film. Was absolutely fantastic, and I believe Kevin Frank did Splatter, if I'm correct. But yeah, that's Splatter and Dodge. We also have the ertl models, and interesting story. I've had this. This was a childhood toy. I've got it God knows when. I'm assuming when they actually sold ertls in stores. And this one I actually got last year at a train show in October. The same one I met Eric Pierre at. And I bought this for $1 along with a bunch of other ertl models. And I actually made a video of all the things I bought, and I never uploaded it. So I'll have to try to I'll just maybe remake it. I think I might have deleted it, but there is Splatter and Dodge. Yeah, I really liked the sort of, I'm assuming this was the original colors that they were supposed to have in the film. All the other toys have like a dark color, like their movie appearances, but the ertls are like grayish. But yeah, still fantastic. There are prototypes out there that have them like looking really pissed off instead of like the sort of surprised faces, but those are Splatter and Dodge. Very nice models. And finally, we have another Bandai Tex, and it's just Dodge this time. We don't have a Splatter. And yeah, there he is. He's got the little thing to connect and release at the back. And yeah, overall, this is a fantastic model. His face is a bit faded, so as you can see, he looks a bit yellow, like he has jaundice or something. And yeah, what else could you expect from a Bandai Tex? It's absolutely perfect. And we'll just put Dodge to the side. Now we're going to get into the big guns, and I don't have a lot of time left, so we're going to quickly do Diesel 10. I've got a lot, to say the least. First thing we have is the wooden railway model. This is the actually 2005 release, from what the character card says. Yeah, and he's got the extending claw, which is something that actually doesn't happen in the movie. Like, all the other ones have a feature that Pinchy does, or his claw, that either the claw opens, the claw moves up and down, or it moves around. This one's the only one that the claw actually can't do in the movie, but still, it probably has one of the best Diesel 10 faces. The nose is a little cut off on mine. I'd like to maybe upgrade or get a better one, but it's in pretty good shape, considering this was one of the most beaten Thomas models that I've probably played with. Like, the wheels look awful, but then it's like you look here and it's like looks fresh out of the box, and that's what I love it. There's Diesel 10. Next one we have two take long models, and I'll go with this one first. This is the original Diesel 10 that they released in their line in, like, I don't know, 2004 maybe, that replaced ertl, and the claw kind of broke. I'll have to find a solution to that. But yeah, this one's very beaten up. I actually remember as a child bringing this one into the bathtub. So that might explain why half the paint is missing, but even besides that, it sort of helps with the character because it's like sort of this grimy looking diesel, and it looks fantastic. The face is okay, it's kind of stretched out, but it works for the sort of like shrunken appearance. We'll put that to the side. And here is I'm not sure if this is technically illegal since this is not for Magic Railroad. This was made for Day of the Diesels. This is the Talking Diesel 10, which it's actually surprisingly good. I'm not sure why, but the original one is heavier. This one feels very light, probably because it has like voice box inside. But yeah, you can move his claw around. Well, you can do that on the other one too. I just didn't really show it. But yeah, and I'll just do a quick voice demo. And his sort of box lights up.
Hello, I'm Diesel 10.
And yeah, that's Talking Diesel 10. We'll move those to the side, and then we've got three more models left. Here's the ertl Diesel 10, which I purchased on eBay several years ago. And he came in a lot with a ertl Thomas and a ertl Stepney. So yeah, I believe I paid it $15, which isn't too bad. I've seen Diesel 10 go for more, but I've seen him go for less as well. But you gotta love the face; it looks fantastic. I'm pretty sure from what I've read, the sort of mold that they used was from another engine, I believe D199 or something. So it's like it doesn't match up perfectly for like the windows and stuff, but still looks good. He has a bit of a red tint, which is not in the film, but I'm assuming this was going to be his original maybe colorings, considering Splatter and Dodge have that white sort of color, so who knows, maybe this is how Diesel 10 was intended to appear, and it's like maybe they thought, oh, it looks like blood. He has this weird thing on his connector or couplings where it's like bent, so it's like sort of a pinkish color. But yeah, there's Diesel 10. He's a bit inaccurate, but still a fantastic representation of the character. Now we're going to go into the last two. Here we have the Trackmaster Diesel 10. This again was made for Day of the Diesel, so I'm not sure if this counts. Yeah, the battery and the motor are worn to hell because of how much I played with this. I tried to modify him, so I took to the top of the model with sandpaper, which was a big mistake, to try to make like it look more sunken like it is in the film. It looks like he has something on his chin. That's just paint that's scratched off. I tried to mod the top of the model, which I shouldn't have done because I remember I put it on and then I decided, oh, I should take this off, and then I took it off and then I put it on again. So I don't know what to do. At the bottom I tried to do like paint those as well. Then I decided, oh, maybe I should shave them off, but then I just left it, which was a big regret. I'd like to get a nice clean one to sort of like, you know, retire, to maybe have this one do all the stunt work, and then we've got a nice clean one to sit to the side, so I have a pristine one. But that is my Diesel 10. Yeah, and it's pretty cool. I like it. And last but not least, we have the most pathetic, well, not pathetic, it's still decent, one of the most weird Diesel 10 models. We've got the Subway toy, similar to Lady. This is just, it's a pullback toy, but I can't really, he doesn't really work on carpet, but you can hear that he runs, and that's a Diesel 10. Interesting model, and at the sight of that, we're going to end the video there. Thanks for watching this video of my Thomas and the Magic Railroad collection. Hoping that there's actually, it was inspired to do this because there's a lot of Thomas and the Magic Railroad fan content that's being made, or restorations you could say. There is a 4K rip of the trailer that's coming to YouTube soon, courtesy of Cardi, who actually does a lot of cool Thomas restoration stuff. I'm not sure if this is going to be up, if it will be up by the time I upload this video, but there'll be a link to his channel in the description. And also another YouTube channel called Mad Frog Productions is doing their own remake of Thomas and the Magic Railroad. And yeah, that one's not coming out for a while, but it's definitely, from what I've seen from their teaser trailer, it's going to be fantastic. There's a link to their sort of trailer that they made and his channel as well. It looks very good. So yeah, that's the end of the video, and before we leave, I've just got to give shout-outs as usual. We've got a lot today. So first, of course, we have a shout-out for Fancy Pants Land. Can't forget him. We have Steak and Cake 1, Sudrian Leader 1, Ian Hardy, excuse me if I butchered your name, Farquhar C, Flat and Funnel, I Love Trains 323, which is a bit of an internet celebrity. If you've seen his videos, that's pretty cool. Dr. Genty, Sebasti 62190104, Mason 69245599, Starsberg 01, Daniel 309010349, Max Monty 1516, The Guy Who Stutters, Skibot 1992, Tail Lamp Films, Lightning 63, Cheeky Chuffer 01, oh, I lost my lift, Shunting Yard, and Boko the Diesel. So it's the end of the video. Thanks for sticking along for this now 20-minute video. And if you'd like to see more Thomas and Friends collection videos, maybe based on a specific character or special or maybe episode, let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching. Thomas Ultimate 1213 signing off and saying bye for now.